Wow, 300 subscribers. What will I do for 300 subscribers? I know, new series, follow me. Get your kid's ass out of here. Hello, I'm Discord Jedi Knight. Welcome to my room. We're here today because I want to start talking about some awesome fan fictions. Yes, that's right, fan fictions. I want to kick off a review series on my absolute favorite stories from the fandom of My Little Pony, and we're going to start what I believe might be the most creative writer I have ever found in the MLP fandom. No, I'm not saying that because he is my friend. Get out of here if you're going to be no help. Where it is true that I met him across the internet and became good friends with him, he's written several fan fictions. Some better than others, perhaps even better than mine. I want to review a few of them in the future. Today I'm looking at his story, Changing Color, written by Mr MLP. A link to it is in the description below. He also has a YouTube channel and do link that to. This was originally for a competition we both entered, and while I definitely should have lost, I wish this one had won. Something I truly find fascinating about his writing style is how he uses the art form of writing as the art itself, seamlessly hiding the fourth wall and pulling you into the stories. A good example of this is in another story of his, Discord Day story about the number 4 in the wall. That could be a future video, perhaps, but let's stay on topic. Changing Color. It's about a mysterious character narrating a day in his life and how fed up he is. As the story goes on, you yourself are left wondering who this character is and what he could be. He's tired of living in the shadows, down a dark and dingy hole, and wants to come to the surface to find the brightest colors, imaginable ponies, and their houses made of pinks, purples, and rainbow. He takes on the appearance of one of the ponies, a changeling perhaps, and runs into Fluttershy and her friends as his journey through the land of ponies continues. I like how he recounts his adventures with pure curiosity. If I were giving points for creative writing, I'd give it full marks here, but I'm a story reviewer, not a writing reviewer. As such, the story decently captures my attention and pulls me through as I try to figure out who or what this creature truly is. It has to be a changeling, yet at the end, we never get to know, leaving my understanding of the story behind as it finally retreats back to its home. Tired of the secret yet curious adventure it had that day, I think leaving it unknown is a great creative choice. Now, I know I didn't go too much into detail with its plot. That's because I want you to go read it for yourself and figure out this fun adventure. With that said, what will I rate it? That is easy one for me made out of... Shut up, you stupid droid. If I were overpraising it, don't you think I'd give it a 10 out of 10? I do have a strong criticism against it, and that is that it doesn't really have a character arc. It's a shy creature going through its day, and then it doesn't learn how to be less shy. Granted, this was for a competition with a maximum word limit, so I can't hold that against him. But it would have been cool to see this strange creature learn to trust ponies throughout his day or something like that. It's more of a nitpick than anything else, and it's a good story either way. If you go read it yourself, then let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the story. I'm more than certain the creator himself...
Commentary jump scare. I'm sorry, that was kind of loud. Mr MLP here. Hey, so I wrote the story Changing Colors. This is my first time ever giving commentary on a fic I wrote, so that's kind of exciting. But I just kind of wanted to enlighten y'all a little bit more, go a little bit deeper into what the story's about, why I wrote it that way, and generally what the process was for creating the story. First off, I want to say that the story, in my eyes, is basically about the main character, the creature, learning what it means to be alive for the first time. Because I'm not gonna go too in. I'm gonna go to depth, but not too in depth, because I want y'all to really get into the story and get the twist, because there is a twist. Of course, I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's kind of learning about emotion, good feelings and bad feelings, and what the main character wants to do with his life, basically. And I also want to talk about the contest. Discord Jedi Knight mentioned the contest. I want to talk a little bit more about the contest. Basically, there was this contest on fanfiction, the website I post the fic on, where it was like you have to write a story that is 1,000 words or below, but it has to be below 4,444 words. My fic is exactly 4,444 words. But you had to like make a story based off of specific guidelines that they gave you. And the guidelines I chose, or wait, no, actually, it was some specific guideline, but there was like bonus things, and two of the bonus things I did was have to include a bug, and you cannot mention the identity of the main character. And I really like what I did for not mentioning the main identity for the character, because I do drop a very subtle, or you could call it not subtle, but I do drop a hint as to what the name of the main character is. The original way I was going to hint the name of the main character was each character the main creature transforms into, like the first letter of the name would spell out his name, basically. But I did not have enough. I could not limit. I could not cut the right amount of words to include like 9 different creature transformations and make them all worthwhile. Like originally, the story was going to have like 9 creatures, the 9 characters the creature would transform into. But I'm glad I kind of limited it down to as like a specific few, maybe able to kind of more focus on specific aspects of the story and really get the most out of the characters the creature does transform into. What else was I saying? Man, I'm bad at commentary. Oh yeah, also for the include a bug thing. So I had this idea where basically I'm just like, okay, everybody. I thought that like, okay, I feel like a lot of people are going to see include a bug and they're going to be like, okay, let me do a story about a changeling. And so I'm just like, what if I played on that idea? Yep, and that was the inspiration for why I did the thing I did in the story. Still not going to say what it is. Also, another aspect is the symbolism. Gotta say, not my best symbolism. I'm better at symbolism now than I was back then because of the story I've been writing for like over a year now. God, it's still nowhere near finished. But there is a reason why the story is called Changing Colors, and there is a reason why color is prominent in the story. As a response also to the criticism, I will say there is an actual arc for the character. It's just not what I would call like, it's not an arc where the character learns a good moral and becomes a better person after learning that moral. It's more of a transformation into a more positive outlook and then a more negative outlook. And I'll leave it at that. And one last thing. I know my commentary is long. I'm sorry. This story was originally not going to happen at all until like my Discord Jedi Knight DM'd me on Discord, be like, hey, there's a contest for fanfiction. I'm just like, contest, and it's like for new writers. I'm just like, well, I'm a new writer. I could get some more eyes on my fics from this. So I'm just like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do the contest. I don't know what I'm gonna write about, and then it suddenly just hit me, like, because bit of context, I've been developing like this big 20+ story narrative for a while now based off the MLP franchise, and I figured out a way where I could connect this contest fic to the entirety of the narrative, and I figured out so much stuff about what I wanted the narrative to be and what I wanted more details and aspects of the narrative to be through that fic. And there is a lot of foreshadowing in this story. A lot of like we're gonna expand upon it later, you know? And because it connects to so much of the other stories that hopefully will eventually be released on fanfiction. If I could get the damn next story out eventually, God. But yeah, and there's like this story will be mentioned and also rewritten in other stories as well that I will be eventually creating, hopefully. But yeah, that's about it. Also, yeah, I'm also very open to criticism. If you do read my story and you got some thoughts and words, comment on the fanfiction thing. Do it. I need criticism. I need to get better, please. Thank you. Anyway, bye.
What do you mean we got hacked? We got hacked by who? Well fixed. Oh, Rebecca, when as I was saying, I'm certain the creator himself would appreciate some love too. Remember, my friend's fanfiction is magica. I mean, friendship is magic. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And check out this video about my thoughts on Pinky as a character.